15 of the NFL. And here comes Kenneth Murray. He's on the verge of earning his 100th tackle of the season. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were winners last time. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the #1 overall pick this year, Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, Bryce Young.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 63 yards.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives their offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
That's swung out wide to Harris. This defense for the Titans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. Again, it's Taylor. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They enter this one down to the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 20 carries, a trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Titans entering play looking for win number 4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Nice move. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now Cook running right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist bump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Titan defense. They enter this one down to the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Young on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 39. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with. It's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit, because in college he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here, but at the same time in the NFL you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well and see if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
First and 10, Taylor now. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First carry for Najee Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The tight end in motion right. The play fake. Now Young. He'll buy some time right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Bryce Young, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And just shutting him off there. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And he's closing in on that number. They're all running back circled beginning of the year. The number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And he will have a Titans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Cook now off the read option. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an an invitation for the offensive coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now Jackson. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Young's throw here complete to Kelsey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here is Young. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Shoves him aside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Holding. Receiving.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Houston.
On play action, Young. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On second down, it's Taylor. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Young. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw, Young. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach, when I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier. It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect. And he executed so well.
And he'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Jackson from the shotgun. Underneath, he's got Brate. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
That'll be complete to Cook. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Jackson off the play fake. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Jackson will throw again. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing is Jackson. Got an open man. It's Strong. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone.
It's a Titans touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Texans. Alec Pierce, 61 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's good.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So the pass interference call on the offense obviously declined, and this will remain a turnover. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Cook up the gut. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
They run again on first down. Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. Wilson's got it complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Bradley Pena now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. Young. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. On second down. This is Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. First and goal at the 1.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Taylor, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
York able to send this one through, and that will push the lead up to 5. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. The stop there by Jay Tufele.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Handoff comes to Cook. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jackson now. He's going to get this one down to Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Sam Wilson from 4 yards out. And the Titans have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. 2nd and 11 now. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll get the hook up there to Woods. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Houston. Here's Hill on the return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. To throw is Jackson. This to Graham on the short pass. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
At the 40-yard line.
Up the middle, it's... Oh, no, he lost the football. This one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, hang on here. Not what you want to see because Dalvin Cook injured, at least for the moment, and in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On second down, Hill. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans at a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
On second down, it's Hill. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might have lopped it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Well, the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Now it's Jackson. Touchdown! Justice Hill from 6 yards away. And the Titans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The CD, you know, he's got great options of wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Santos with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. It's Young on first down. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown, Texans. Jonathan Taylor, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Keelan Cole now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try to protect this lead?
That answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right. But I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Now Jackson. He's got White here. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 24 now, here's second down at 5. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. They set up the screen to Hill. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now is the go time?
I think now is the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jackson. Caught by Wilson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Texans down by a field goal, a little under 2.5 to go. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. That throw by Young incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Finding Kelsey, and he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Young's throw here complete to Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Young to throw. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Young. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Young. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here we go. 1st and goal. Here's Young. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. If I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the focus is all on the Titans offense. Trailing by 4. A little over 40 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Now Jackson. Thomas brings it in. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going after passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. Jackson, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson to throw. Underneath here to Hill. And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock. Here now, 2nd and goal. One last shot for Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for Houston, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss here is their 10th of the season, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.